Hello, in this Python programming video, we are going to cover cookies. So we're going to cover setting cookies, retrieving cookies, and deleting cookies. So to set a cookie, you import. So you need to import the cookie module like so. And that's all pretty cool. But you might be wondering, what is, an actual cookie? Because trust me, it's not the things that you eat. No, no, no. But it is, named after them because, it leaves a breadcrumb, a trail of what you've been doing. So cookies essentially allow you to set data and they're stored with your browser's session. So that's great when I'm sure you've been back to a website where you've logged in and you're already logged in. You're just like, yes, I don't have to log in again, or it's got some other extra information that you've already set. That's all really cool, and it uses cookies. So yeah, that's it. Honestly, I think that's the best way to get your head around it. It's just some values that's usually there to keep track of you, or your user session and some other basic information around you. Probably has your user ID, maybe a couple of other pieces of information, and therefore you can just get that information from, let's say, a database. We're not going to be using a database or anything like that, but once you're comfortable with this, feel free to check out the database videos in this series and then combine them and you're all good to go. Okay, so we've imported the cookie module. We need to create a cookie sort of variable object. I'm going to call it cook equals cookie dot simple cookie. And to set a cookie, you just do cook. Now, quotation marks in the square brackets, and then you put the name of your cookie. I'm going to put user ID equals on, and I'm going to set a expiry date. Bear in mind, expiry dates are set in seconds. So this is the way you do it. Put expires equals, and I'm going to do 60 times by 60 times by 24. So remember, it's in seconds. So 60, that's a minute, times by 60, that's an hour, times by 24, that's a day. So if we were to times it by 365, we'd have a cookie that's set for a year. So that's fine. We're only going to be using one cookie in this video, but to set another cookie, just duplicate this line, change the cookie name, and change the data. Or if you need to change the data that you're setting for the cookie, and you can change the expiry date as well by you doing something very similar. Next, what we need to do is do a print, and we need to print our cook or our cookie object, so we actually set the cookie. At the moment, this is just created in Python, but we need to set it in HTML form. And now, if we save that, reload the page, so I can see the local host, the cookies, there's nothing there. If I reload and go back to cookies, it's been set now, which is fantastic. So we got our cookie set. So that's all well and good. How do we actually retrieve it? To retrieve it's really simple. I'm just going to retrieve it in a print line. You just do cook, square brackets, quotation marks, the name of your cookie, user ID, and then dot value. It's that simple. Go back, refresh, and as you see, it's printed out for Han, which is the user ID in this cookie. And again, you probably won't just do it in raw form like this. You will probably get it in, let's say, in Python, and then maybe link to a database and get the information for this particular user ID, something along those lines. But once you're all good with this, you're all good to go. The final thing I want to cover is how to actually set and how to delete a cookie. And it's actually, kind of weird, I think, how you delete a cookie. To delete a cookie, you have to set an expiry date, which is before the current date. So date in the past. So let me see, I'll put it here. Deleting a cookie. So if we copy this, and obviously this just, sets it into the future from, currently. So we don't want that. What we want, so we could do something like THU, which is Thursday, 01 Jan 1970. So this is like epoch time. 00:00:00 GMT. And save that now. And if we go back, refresh, as you can see, there is no cookie in here. for this, because as soon as we set it, we are expiring it. So obviously I'll comment this line out. It'll be there so you can access in source code. We don't want that there to constantly be deleting our cookie. So that's it for the cookies video. You know what, I think I'm actually going to go and have some chocolate chip cookies. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next Python demo.